Hi there, this is Allie Thompson, and I am doing another edition of our video series called Rabbit Types, where I take your pictures of your bunny and tell you what breed it is, or do my best. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but other times we can get it pretty quick. So today we have a bunny named Biscotti, and Biscotti is owned by Ashley, and this is what Ashley had to say. These pictures are of my little baby Biscotti. She just turned 3 years old and she weighs a little over 4 pounds. The last picture of her is as a baby. She's from Western Texas and she'd love to know what breed Biscotti is. Biscotti is more than likely a mini lop, and the reason I say more than likely is she falls in the range that exactly the confusion point that we have between Holland Lops and mini lops is the weight. So Holland Lops normally don't go over 4 pounds, and mini lops normally don't go under 5 pounds. And Biscotti is a little over 4 pounds, so she's right in that mid-range. Let's look at a couple other pictures of her, and I'll tell you why I think she's a mini lop more than she is a Holland Lop. So there's one picture of Biscotti. There's another picture of her. Now notice the length of the ears. The ears are pretty long in this bunny. And she also has that short, stubby rear end. Let's look at another picture here. Again, pretty long ears. The face is fairly long. And check out the dewlap. The dewlaps are only found in female rabbits, and they are normally found in larger breeds, and that's important to know. And then there's another picture of her, again long flat ears, and there's another picture of Biscotti. So I would have to say, because of the length of the ears, how wide they are, and the size of her dewlap, tends to be more in the mini lop range. Now, a lot of people are asking questions, what's the difference between a mini lop and a Holland Lop? I am actually going to be recording another video today that shows a very, very clear difference between the mini lop and the Holland Lop. The important thing to know, though, is that Holland Lops are the smaller of the two. Even though it says mini in the mini lop name, mini lops are larger. They normally 5-6 pounds. Sometimes they go a little under 5 pounds. And again, sometimes Holland Lops are a little bit more than 4 pounds. But and it is possible too that Biscotti is a mix between the two. It doesn't happen a lot. Usually it's one or the other, but it is a possibility. Also, Holland Lops are true dwarfs, where a mini lop is just a smaller size rabbit. So this is Biscotti, and I'm going with the mini lop, and especially from this picture here. To me, that one screams mini lop. Just the stubbiness of the rear end, how large and flat the ears are, how far down they hang down, well past her chin. She really does look like a mini lop. Now, we're also going to discuss what color and pattern Biscotti is. And let's see, this picture shows the color fairly well, but I think this one shows the color best. She looks like, and I could be wrong just because of the colors, and it's hard to tell without seeing her in person. Some of the colors in the pictures are a little off from what I can tell. But she looks like she's what's called a tort, which is also considered a tortoise shell, and fairly common in both Holland Lops and mini lops, the torts are. And the markings are almost what we would call a Charlie. And I would venture as far as to say that she's a Charlie. She has a little bit too many markings on the back end. And what Charlie means is there's a pattern called broken, which a lot of people call English spot, and a lot of people think the rabbit is an English spot because it has a broken pattern. Broken basically means the body is white, and then there are spots on the side, the ears have color. A true broken will have a good what they call a butterfly on the nose, where the nose is very covered. You'll have a lot of spots on the back. But what happens is when you breed two broken rabbits together, sometimes they'll produce what's called a Charlie. And they're called Charlies because of this little mustache that they have here that's not a full butterfly on their nose. It's a Charlie Chaplin mustache. And I would say there are a few marks on the back. Usually a Charlie will have markings on the face and very few on the back. Biscotti has some markings on the back, but I mean that's a very clear Charlie mustache. So I would say that Biscotti is a mini lop, and her color is tort or tortoiseshell, and her markings are Charlies. If you have any questions about your rabbit breed or would like me to take a look and see what breed your rabbit might be, you can send me an email. I'll have my email posted at the end of this video, or you can also find my email through our Facebook page, which that URL will be posted after this video as well. Alright, thank you very much.